And we are back on the franchise for week 13, and I won't even lie to you guys, we are in a pretty tough spot going into this game. Now, with 4 weeks to go in the season, I really hate to say that this is a must-win game, but it's really starting to look that way. Just check out the teams that are in the playoff hunt right behind us. You got Green Bay, you got the Giants, with the Saints and Redskins pretty much in the logjam. It's going to be a pretty wild dash to the finish. I can't wait to see how this thing plays out. But as you guys can see, coming up in this matchup, we got the Minnesota Vikings, and I believe their record is a game or two under 500, but regardless of that fact, we still have to come out here and take care of business, and hopefully sometime within the next game or two, we'll be able to punch our ticket into the playoffs. Now, getting into the gameplay, Ryan comes out with an empty backfield going 5 wide and finds Hooper underneath, and that's going to go for a nice gain of 8. And then on second down, Devontae Freeman gets the carry up the middle, and he'll pick up a first down and some. That brings up 1st and 10 from the 42. Ryan takes the snap, looking to work underneath again. This time it's Julio Jones who makes the grab, and that's going to move us up to the 50. And then Freeman weaves his way through traffic on second down, picking up the first and taking us up to the 44. And before I continue this commentary, I gotta say, welcome back Devontae Freeman. He's missed the last 10 weeks, you guys, and I gotta give credit to Tevin Coleman. He did step up for us in a huge way, but it's really good to have Devontae back, who was out 10 weeks from, I think it was a torn bicep or something like that. But hopefully we can stay healthy now that everybody's back and our offense is at full strength, because we're going to need all hands on deck if we're going to make this push to the playoffs. Now, getting back to the gameplay, after Freeman picks up the first down, we're looking at 1st and 10 from the 24. Ryan then goes underneath to Coleman. He makes the grab, and he'll be tackled maybe a yard or two shy of picking up the first down. Next play, Ryan from the gun, looking for Hooper. The ball kind of gets away from him, but still Hooper goes up to make the catch. That was a nice play. The next play on 1st and goal, the toss play goes to Freeman, who tries to wiggle his way through defenders, but he gets brought down at the 5. Tevin Coleman checks in on the next play, and he gets brought down short as well. So facing the 3rd and goal now, Matt Ryan fires it into Julio Jones for the completion and the first score of the game. That's exactly how we want to start things off in this one, you guys. The slow starts have really been killing us. I believe in the last couple of games, while we've been on this losing streak, we ended up settling for field goals on our opening drive, so it's nice to finally punch it in for 7. But none of that's going to matter if our defense doesn't step up and play better as well. After Murray picks up 4 on 1st down, he gets the carry again on 2nd down, and this time runs right into Devondre Campbell. That brings up 3rd and 5 now. Bradford takes the snap, dropping back, has his receiver for a second, but he can't hang on to it, and that forces a 3 and out. So our offense comes right back on the field, trying to establish some early game momentum here on 2nd and 8. Ryan drops back and tries to hit Julio Jones there, but he can't bring it in on the post route. And now we got 3rd and long, so Ryan from the gun hits Coleman underneath there on the angle route, and he picks up the first down and some. Then a couple plays later on 3rd and 6, check out what happens. Austin Hooper makes the grab, but gets spun around by the defender and coughs it up. Now, looking at it in real time, it kind of looks like it was a bang-bang play, but once we replay it and slow it down a bit, it becomes a bit more apparent that some shenanigans may be involved. Now, check this out, you guys. I'm calling shenanigans on this play because as Austin Hooper goes to the ground, he still has control of the ball once his forearm and elbow make contact with the ground. So by rule, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not an NFL rules expert by any stretch of the imagination, but my understanding of it is he's supposed to be down. And of course, EA doesn't give me the option to challenge it, so Minnesota takes over at the 21. But it doesn't matter too much because as you can see, our defense came to play and those boys are hitting hard. Grady Jarrett had a huge hit on that 3rd down. So now it's going to be on the offense to see if they can play through that bad call in the last drive. As Freeman gets the carry there on 1st down, he only picks up 3. That brings up 2nd and 7. Matt Ryan dumps it off quick in the flat to Freeman, and that play is pretty much dead in the water. So now we've got a 3rd and forever. Ryan with 3 wide, looking for Julio Jones in traffic, and he caught it. That was a crazy catch right there by Julio to pick up the first. And speaking of which, on 2nd and 7 here, Ryan takes a snap out of the gun, throws a dart to Julio Jones, and he is gone. Matt Ryan finds Julio Jones for a 64-yard strike for his 2nd score of the day. Now that we've got this 14-point lead, I think now is the perfect time to lock in even more as Murray breaks off a huge run, because the last thing I want to do is drop 4 in a row, so we're pretty much going to do whatever it takes not to let that happen. But back to the gameplay. After the incompletion, the Vikings come out in 4 wide trying to spread the field. Bradford takes a snap and has tons of time in the pocket, gets rid of it, throws complete near the sideline, and that's going to bring up a third manageable situation. And then Bradford tries to hit Murray on the angle route, but he drops it, and that's going to set up a field goal opportunity. The kick is up and good. And with that, we're going to take a 14-3 lead in the halftime, and now all we have to do is come out and close it out in the second half. Now the Vikings get the ball to start, looking to go back to the ground game, and Murray's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on the play. Next play, Bradford comes out with an empty backfield, takes the snap, but is going to be sacked by Tack McKinley on the play. Working against the right tackle, McKinley just rips and lowers that right shoulder and pretty much blows right by him to bring down Bradford on the play. That was a nice effort by the rookie out of UCLA. So we're feeling pretty good about things to start the next drive as Freeman gets to carry off the left side and tries to juke a defender, but he's going to be brought down 1 yard shy of picking up the first. So we give it right back to Freeman on the next play, and he gets the first down and some. He gets a huge chunk of yardage on that play. So now we got a 1st and 10 from the 35. Ryan comes out with the play action fake and throws an interception. Now that one is completely on me. That was just me being too greedy, and on top of that, it was a pretty terrible read to say the least, but that's just what happens when you force throws that aren't there. So the defense takes the field yet again, and the Vikings come out striking once again with a nice completion there near the sidelines. And then on second down, Bradford going back to the passing game, throws it to his receiver. He wasn't even ready for the ball, so that brings up 3rd and short. The handoff goes to Murray. He picks up the first down. And then about 5 minutes later on the same drive, it's 2nd and 7. Bradford finds a wide open receiver near the sideline, and he's going to take it all the way up to the 20. So with the 4th quarter just underway, the Vikings appear to have some life in their offense. So our defense is definitely going to have to step up and respond. Now after Murray gets the first down carry here that takes him all the way up to the 12, that brings up 2nd and 2. Bradford from the gun tries to fit it in traffic, and the pass is broken up by Deion Jones. That brings up 3rd and 2 now. Bradford then looks for the short completion, but the pass is dropped. And with that, the Vikings are forced to settle for a field goal try. The kick is up and right through the uprights, and this has just turned into a 1-possession game. So I'm a little bit on edge at this point, you guys. So to counter that, we just feed Devontae Freeman. He almost broke off a huge run right there, but got tripped up at the last second. That brings up 2nd and 3. We give it to him again, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down marker. But as has been the case all game long, there's just huge holes up the middle of the offensive line, and he picks up the first pretty easily. So then we come out and toss it to him off the right side, and again there's another huge hole created by the offensive line. They're doing a really solid job at blocking up front this late in the game. But eventually the drive does stall, but we were able to milk another 2 minutes or so off of the clock and kick a field goal with 3:12 left in the game. So now all we got to do is play smart defense and keep everything in front of us and try not to give up any quick scores as they dump it off quick here to Murray. He makes the grab and he takes it all the way up to the 37. On 1st and 10, Bradford takes a snap out of an empty backfield and hits his tight end in the flat for a completion, and it's only going to go for a few yards. After rushing everybody back to the line on 2nd and 8, they try to work it underneath, and Murray just cannot hang on to it. So that brings up 3rd and 8. Bradford forces it into coverage, and it is picked off by Robert Alford, and he is taking this one all the way to the house. Put the kids to bed. The Falcons are going to snap their 3-game losing streak. And that's how we're going to wrap this one up, you guys. The final on this one is 24-13. The Vikings did manage to put up a garbage touchdown there at the end, but it really doesn't matter because we're able to finally give our home fans a W. And more importantly, we're able to hold our wild card slot for at least another week in the playoff hunt. So I expect things to get even more crazier as the season winds down. Anyways, you guys, I'm up against it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.